And we are live.
Hello, hello, Chris and Tammy. How are you?
It's
Hey,
always a pleasure.
awesome.
It's
How
always
are
a pleasure
you?
to be with you, Joel.
Yeah, it's awesome, awesome, awesome. So, welcome everybody. We do have a major announcement, but we do know that a lot of people also brought guests to this webinar. So, we're going to speed up the regular presentation. So, for those who are our guests, my name is Joel Terry, President and CEO. We have a blue diamond with us, Chris Shangra, and a triple diamond with us, Tammy Sellers, who are just top-notch seven-figure network marketers, true seven-figure network marketers. I could spend the whole hour talking about how amazing these two people are, but they've been doing our webinars for us lately because I've been working behind the scenes, guys, on some major features that are coming out. That's not the major announcement. The major announcement that we're going to make is going to really increase your momentum on things. I honestly believe that. It's going to be absolutely incredible. So welcome to all the guests. There's comments. Hang on. Just say hello in the comments. Let us all know where you're logging in from. Let's see. We got James. Welcome. Sis, Anionam. We got so many people out of Ghana always on these webinars. It's incredible. Bakalash, welcome. Richard, welcome. Gary, welcome. Kelly, welcome. I mean, there's too many people to welcome. It's going up and up and up and up and up. So yeah, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn things over to Chris and Tammy. I will be here for the whole presentation. The presentation will take 15 or 20 minutes or so, guys. And then we're going to talk to you about some major announcements that I absolutely know you're going to all love. So I'll turn things over to you guys for now. And I'm always here. If you want to ask me a question during the presentation, anything at all, it'll be fun.
Absolutely. And we'll go Speedy Gonzalez here because I know you have some great information to share here with the audience. And again, folks, thank you very much for joining us here this evening, especially all of you. I mean, all of you here, especially around the world. We're looking in Ghana. If you guys is super late here right now, Ghana, Nigeria, all of the West African market, East African market. I know we have some folks from Australia, even South Africa. And of course, all our wonderful Canadians and Americans. Folks, listen. Welcome, and we absolutely love you guys, and it's really exciting to share the future of network marketing, folks. Tammy, let's start very quickly on how do we get introduced to GotBackup?
Yeah, so it's been a little bit over 2 years now. The time is just flying. And Joel connected with Chris, left him a message because we were actually in Mexico by the time we came back and listened to the message. Got back to Joel, and he was so excited about this new project that he was launching. And once we saw it, as you're going to see the information right now, we're going to do it quite fast. And we just said, oh my gosh, we got to be part of this. And it's all about hitting the waves, right? It's to be part of that blue ocean where nobody knows about it and everybody wants to come on board because they don't want to miss out. And that's where we're really at with GotBackup.
Absolutely. And the reason why Tammy got really excited, it's because we saw an opportunity to empower families globally from all over the world. We know that tariffs and all the changes that are going in our economy right now are making it difficult for people to create another stream of income by starting an opportunity where it's not going to cost you $1,000 to start with a $200 to $300 a month of auto ship. But we're talking something with a price point that's really affordable in the same time that has a really great financial opportunity. We saw potential for massive growth where dreams can turn into reality. Looking at these slides over here from left to right, you can see here the father showing off his set of keys because he has a brand new home, or traveling where you want to opposed to where you can afford to, or adding new members of the family because understanding the cost of living, people are asking, can we afford another child? And that shouldn't be the reason for not having another child. But again, that's what people do. And the last portion is investments, right? It's nice to have money that you can invest to create a nice nest egg for your retirement. Would you agree, Tammy?
Yeah, for sure. And the goal really is to help as many people as we can to earn extra income and an abundance of income so that they can really do the things that they want to do. I know Chris and I always had this dream of living in the tropical, in the winter, and living in Canada here in the summer months. And this opportunity allows you to do that. If you put the work in, you will see it.
Absolutely agree, Tammy. And, since we have here the owner of GotBackup with us, maybe, Joel, you can share this segment of a little bit of the history of GotBackup.
Sure, absolutely. I'd love to, guys. So I started, and by the way, I see a lot of people from Ottawa in here. I'm traveling to Ottawa tomorrow. I'm going to my hometown in Elmer. So anybody who's close to the area. Oh, one more thing. My Facebook got shut down on Sunday. So a lot of you have been hitting me up on Facebook. It's not reactivated yet. But anyway, I had posted on Facebook that I'll be there. We would love to see you guys there. So I started actually my data center in Elmer, Quebec, Canada. There we go.
Sorry, Joel. I was just
no, that's
trying
okay.
to...
I get this. I'm like you. I get distracted from little things and stuff like that. Hey, guys, you can tell this isn't pre-recorded. This is live. We all love each other. We're having a good time. So I built my first data center in Elmer, Quebec. And long story short, we totally outgrew the fiber optics in the area to the point where we just couldn't survive anymore. Not that we couldn't survive, we couldn't grow anymore. So on June 14th, 2007, my family and my great buddy Mike, a lot of you guys know Mike, we upped our families. We moved to San Antonio, Texas. We built our 10,000 square foot data center here. The reason we chose San Antonio, guys, is the amount of fiber optics in the city and the redundancy is amazing. Toyota has a data center here. Microsoft has a data center here. Valero has a data center here. So it's a really, really great infrastructure to start a data center. So that's why we came here. I do miss family. I do miss home sometimes. And so forth, but it's been absolutely wonderful. So many of you have actually visited our data center, but I look forward to meeting many more of you really soon.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Joel. And folks, there's two major global trends that are important to consider here. And this is one of the reasons why Tammy and I decided to be part of GotBackup. It's because we understand what's coming in the future. Tammy, let's talk about this slide here and introducing the first trend.
Yeah, which is a massive, massive trend. Everybody is filling up their devices. Everybody has devices worldwide, one device, two device, whatever, but they're filling up their devices, and everything today is paperless. And so there, you can see here, there's a massive, massive trend, and we're going to share the numbers with you.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm using this slide, even though if it's a bit older, it's because it goes from 6% to 60%, folks. This is a massive change. Let's talk about something more up to date. These are revenues, right? Size of cloud storage market worldwide from 2022 to 2030, folks. You're looking at 90 billion sales in 2022 to close to $500 billion in sales. Folks, again, talking about trends, these are strong indicators that it's a good place to invest your time and money. And you'll see that the money investment is so minimal that it's very, very affordable. Let's talk about the cell phone addiction. One of the reasons why this trend is so big.
Yeah, I mean, we're using our devices for everything. That's the bottom line. You see all the percentages here for the different reasons why people use their phones, but Chris and I are constantly tap to do purchases. We can do anything. So that's why this is such a huge trend, is because everybody is on their devices and filling it up.
I totally agree, Tammy. And the data loss, folks, is growing. And because of that, 45% of cell phone users, folks, this is close to half of population, have accidentally damaged their cell phone or lost their data. Think about it. Think about you losing all your pictures that you may have accumulated over the years. That is heartbreaking. In fact, Joel has a story on that.
Yeah,
5,700 screens are cracked every hour. Laptops, cell phones stolen every 43 seconds. Here's a message that's really irritating. Would you agree, Tammy?
Oh, for sure. I mean, everybody's getting these messages. And that's a fun part about being in business with GotBackup, is because everybody's filling up their devices. So it's an easy conversation to get people to have a look at the value. I mean, Joel, you blew me away when I saw the value of what you're giving, and you keep on giving. It's on, yeah. So that makes it really, really exciting for people to come on board.
Even my mom, she's 83, and she says, son, I got this message and I need you to install GotBackup for me and set me up. So I'm going to be taking care of that. Right. So
she's 82 years old.
Yeah. The second trend here, folks, is to make money. And this is something that's really important. In GotBackup is changing lives all over the world. It's paying you in US dollars in your currency. And again, it's wonderful the way this works. 42 Americans have side business. I may focus on American market here. 60% of Gen Z, these are our children, have business. In fact, my kids have businesses. What about the rest of the world? This is what we're talking about. You can leverage from these global trends with GotBackup with absolutely no barriers. Let's kind of touch on the product, Tammy.
I'm going to let Joel do this because that's
Sure,
his
I'd love
baby.
to.
And man, you give so much value. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly, guys. So, what typically in network marketing, you usually have products that are slightly higher priced than retail. What we've been able to do, because we do own and operate our data center, guys, nobody else could do this, is if you fill up your phone at iCloud or at the Google or Google Drive or whatever, you're going to pay roughly $9.97, let's say, call it an even $10 a month for 2 terabytes of space for one account. What we did is we give you 6 terabytes of space, 3 times the amount of space, 6 totally separate accounts, unlimited devices for $9.97 per month. So a lot of people say, wait a minute, Joel, just so I understand, what you're telling me is that me and 5 other family members or business colleagues, they don't have to live with me. All of us can back up every single device that we have combined, all of us, for less than $10 a month. And we're like, yeah. And they're like, my God, what a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. And it's not just backup, guys. It's collaboration and sharing and all that kind of stuff. So it's just an amazing opportunity and a product that has just insane value in the marketplace.
I totally agree. And folks, you're looking at, for example, the main three: iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive, $9.95. Let's run it up to $10 a month, 2 terabytes. We're basically just shy of $10, but we have 6 terabytes, as Joel alluded. 6 terabytes, 3 times the space. And folks, if you look at the yearly package, which, by the way, if you're looking at this, I highly recommend to buy the year package, so you don't have to deal with this till the next year. And if you do the math, $99.97 for 12 months, that's shy of $8 and change. So again, 6 terabytes for $8 and change. And he gets so much more than that. I can't wait for Joel to share what he has to share here this evening, but there's so much more offered to this. So Tammy, let's summarize what we got here.
Yeah, so 6 terabytes of storage, $9.97 a month. You can choose to pay yearly. That includes up to 6 accounts, and you can use any device. We've got so many devices, and I know you didn't get a chance to see the video on the security. We were at the office. It's unbelievable. And you keep expanding, which tells me that you guys are always growing. People are uploading their data. That's the most important thing, is they're using the service. And
I'll just cut in just for a sec. We
yeah,
just
for sure.
surpassed 10 petabytes of storage. That's 10,000 terabytes stored in our server room right now. What does that mean? That means people are using the product, which means what? Lifelong residual income for our resellers.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing, folks. Absolutely amazing. And the good part, again, this is the only cloud storage which is 3 times bigger than the competitors, and they offer you an opportunity to earn an income. So what we're going to touch on right now is just briefly, how does GotBackup distribute the income to its consumers that are sharing this with the world? Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, we're going to do this pretty quick. So there's 7 ways of earning. You can see the highlighted section. So we're going to jump right into that. So number 1 is the customer acquisition bonus. And that is when somebody joins the business, and you're going to get 200% upfront. If they come in at the $9.97, you're going to get 50% upfront. If they come in at the yearly, if they want to pay yearly up front, which they save a couple months of payments, huge value. It's unbelievable. And then 25% on all marketing package, VIP package, you can see there, 25% on the bottom portion, ongoing for customers. And people are building a lot of customers in the company as well. So go ahead, Chris. I want to just show a couple really simple examples. So let's say you have 20 people, 200% upfront. If everybody decides to come monthly, $20 times 20 people, $400 in commission, and you're not limited to how many people you bring in. Imagine if they all came in yearly, $50 times 20 people. It's fantastic upfront money. And you can see the customer base here, rounding it off to a $10 item. 250 times 20 customers, that's $50 ongoing. So super, super exciting.
Absolutely. And the second way you earn, folks, see, what Tammy talked about here is the beginning, as you are sharing this information within your audience. But folks, think about this: 50% the company pays you on a year package. This is extremely generous, really generous. Now I'm going to talk on the back end. That's the residual income that is driven by these efforts. So the team commission, there's a 2-team structure. There's a left team and a right team. If you have 2 people you're sponsored, there's one on the right side, one on the other side. If you have 3, then the third one has to go either on the right or on the left. That's why you see indirect referral underneath you. That's someone above you that is doing just that. So now that we understand the 2-team tree and the team commission, let's talk about the cycle bonus. There are 2 tiers, tier 1, tier 2. Tier 2 is actually, based on my experience, is 3 times the amount of tier 1. So you want to be tier 2, and I'll show you that in a minute. Step number 1, activate. Just like you're paying for your Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatever package you're paying, service you're paying every month. Simple. Number 2 is you enroll 2 people. This is how it all begins. One on the right side, one on the left side. That's it. From there, the third one is what we call the cycle earning. That's when you generate an income. When there's 6 members in your team, that can be combined from you bringing 6. It could be some combined from people above you, or it can be combined from the people underneath you that you sponsored, or that was sponsored by people above you. All of that combined, every time there's 6 people coming in on a ratio of 4 one side, 2 on the other, you generate a cycle. A cycle is based on a company's profitability, and it's based on your rank, as I mentioned earlier. My question to you is, how many cycles do you want? I know Tammy and I are aiming to go for 10,000 cycles. So we are constantly presenting, constantly sharing, constantly attending events, as the one that's going to be happening this coming weekend with Joel in Gatineau. I'll share with you the flyer in a minute. But folks, this is how this works. And the third way you earn, folks, this is very interesting. This is what we call kind of like a matching check, but it's called cycle match. Every time you sponsor someone that you sponsored 2 or 1,000, every single one of these individuals that are earning a cycle check, or matter of speaking, I'm from the 80s network marketing, right? So that's why I say the word check, but your deposits, right? The moment you have the income generated from that, you earn 25% up to $1,000, folks. This is for every person you brought in. Now, I'm not saying you're going to make $1,000. This is the ladder, what you can earn for each individual as a sapphire. Imagine if you move up to a black diamond, and it's not that hard to get there, folks. 20,000 for every person you bring in. I'm not saying that's what you're earning. That is the possibility of the ladder. So, folks, this is absolutely amazing for a $10 a month product. But remember, again, Dropbox has over 700 million users. Do the math here, folks. That's the future. This is where right now Netflix, the stocks on the equity is worth over $1,500 for one share of Netflix for a $10 a month product, maybe 12 or 13 now. You understand what I'm saying? That is the future. And there's 7 ways to earn, folks. There's generation bonus, dynamic bonus, rank bonus, pool leadership bonus. I'm not going to go into all this tonight. These are just bonuses that are offered to you as you move up in rank. Tammy, let's talk, before we end this, let's summarize how simple it is to duplicate this.
Yeah. So once you sign up, the goal is to get a couple people, put one on the left, one on the right, just like Chris was sharing with you, the team bonus, and go and get a couple more people. Don't stop bringing people, because people need the value of this product. It's unbelievable. And then you just duplicate that within the organization, and it grows and it grows and it grows, and so much momentum coming on board. I know Joe is very excited about that. It's really, really growing fast.
Totally agree.
$20 annual fee, and it's you choose monthly or yearly. It's that simple.
I highly recommend yearly, folks. It's a lot simpler. And again, remember, it's a $50 commission, or close to $50 every time you do this. And folks, we are in 161 countries around the world right now. There's 194 or 95 countries around the world. Folks, there's going to be a time very soon, we're going to be in every single countries where GotBackup is reflected into. So this is really, really, really exciting. And one thing that's important is recognizing achievements. Babies cry for it. Adults die for it. And this is really important. And the latter is, when you sponsor one person in your business, you're a bronze. When you sponsor one on the left, one on the right, you're a copper. That is the building block. If someone says, what do I need to do to build this? Well, that's what it is one on the left, one on the right. You're a copper. Duplicate that. And then you become a silver. When one person in your team that you're enrolled, or not even someone you enrolled within your enrollment tree, becomes a copper, you're a silver. You're a gold when you sponsor 5 people, and out of that 3 are coppers. It's all about duplication, and there's 25 people on your team. Now, as a platinum, folks, you remember when I talk about the cycle, tier 1, tier 2? Well, as a platinum, you're a tier 2. How do you become a platinum? You sponsor 10 people in your business. And from that, 4 of those are coppers. You see how the copper works? As you keep increasing the coppers, you move up in rank. And as you duplicate, your number grows. Of course, you need to have 40 people in your team. As a sapphire, you remember we talked about the matching cycle? Well, it pays you when you reach that level. You need to have the same 10 people. You don't bring more. You certainly can, but as long as you got your 10, at this point, there's 5 people that are copper. Now you have 50 people in your team. You are a sapphire. Now you start earning the tier 2 and the matching cycles. And as you move up to Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, then the compensation plan opens up to you like a flower, and it gives you all the goodies as you keep expanding and growing your business. So let's finish, Tammy, with the kind of support people get.
Yeah, so you personalize referral link, you personalize landing page, you have an email marketing system that's built in. That blew me away. I was blown away that was free in the back office. And you've got marketing tools, regular online presentation every Wednesday night with the company. You've got great leaders that are doing presentations around the world in different languages. You've got trainings going on. The company training is on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And it's all being through the email system. It's all being shared on everything that's happening. So you're never missing out.
I didn't mean to do that, Chris. I don't know why it's doing that.
No, that's good because we're
good.
really done.
In fact, just as you're doing this, Joel, I just want to add, folks, see, these are the kind of events that you want to attend.
Yeah.
See, Joel is going to be in Gatineau. I think we're going to have a group of 20 to 30 people, maybe even more, going into this amazing restaurant. And we're just going to have a great time having a nice supper together. So again, if you want to join us there, you're certainly welcome. And Tammy and I are going to be there. Dr. Keo is from Accra, Ghana, but he's actually in London, England right now and visiting Canada in our own country. And then I know that he's going to be returning to Ghana back in September. So just lots of fun. And just wanted to share that with you guys as we are finishing this presentation.
If you're going to be joining, just put a yes in the comment. We'd love to see who's going to be joining us.
Yes, absolutely.
I think, Chris, we should stop at this
absolutely.
point.
And in fact, I totally agree, Tammy, but this is a product that everyone needs and a business that everyone can afford. Folks, listen, if you are into this presentation and you're looking for an opportunity, just go to GotBackupLive.com right now and just get started. Don't worry about the training and everything else. We have everything ready for you. So, Joel, I'm going to turn this over to you so you can go ahead and share your screen and share with the audience what you want to talk about.
Awesome. Well, thank you, guys. Excellent presentation. I'll just come back to, I'm trying to add the Gatineau picture to the slide. Again, it says
Do you want me to bring it back up?
Yeah, if you don't mind for a sec. Just because I want to cover a couple of things on that. So, quite a few people, I don't know if you're on this call or not, about 10 people had hit me up on Facebook saying, I'm actually going to be there. And then I was actually supporting Tammy through Facebook Messenger on Saturday. And they have Facebook has, it's all bots that watch things. It's not real people. So they have this one thing about their community guidelines and cybersecurity. So Tammy hit me up saying, hey, can you change this person's password? And I said, sure. I created a new password. And I think it triggered one of their robots to say, oh, he's sharing his Facebook password, or, Facebook thought it might be dangerous. So as I was already talking to her, they shut my account down. And so my point is, guys, if you did reach out and so forth, I haven't been able to get back in touch with you because this is still what my Facebook account says. I can't do anything about it. I'm locked out, all that kind of stuff. So if you've been reaching out to me on Facebook and I haven't replied, I'm not ignoring you. I literally have no access. I hope I get my access back soon because I know I support a lot of you guys through Facebook. So I just wanted to let you guys know. So, okay, we can pull that down for now, Chris. But if you can attend, guys, we'd love to see you there. I'm flying out tomorrow morning. Chris and Tammy are driving in on the weekends. And it's going to be a really, really, really good time. And you're going to meet some of our diamonds as far away as Ghana. Dr. Koa, amazing, dynamic, flamboyant, charismatic guy that is just going to put a huge smile on your face and so forth. So I guess it's time for some major announcements, huh? So I got to give you guys a little bit of a story on this. You guys are going to love this. And even if you're a guest, if you join with us tonight, this major announcement applies to you as well. So When I first got online, guys, we're talking back in 96, 97. I want to share my story because I know this is where a lot of you are at, okay? Just mentally at. You can't help it if you're just getting started or you haven't seen a massive amount of success yet in network marketing. I know a lot of you have, but I remember when I got started, I felt very timid. And because of that, I set my barrier very, very, very low. And I was like, if I can just make $500 a month, then maybe this internet, maybe network marketing is real, right? And the reason why I set myself at $500 a month is back then, thankfully, I was living in a very, very tiny townhouse that was by and large paid off by my father-in-law when I met my ex-wife. But anyway, I'm not going through that right now. But our mortgage payment was only $500 a month. And therefore, in my mind, if I could at least cover our mortgage payment, then I'm at least contributing to the family, right? So my goal was to go and run my internet business during the day. And then I was working at night at different clubs. I was a doorman and things like that. And that's one thing that I want to share with all you guys. If you're putting your heart and soul into GotBackup, make sure you have a backup plan, okay? All this stuff that you see across the internet, newbie made $4,000 in his first day, $25,000 here, signed up and no work involved, made all this. Very often it's true, but what they don't do is give you the backstory on that. Oh, I joined a new program and I made $12,000 or whatever, $800 in my first day. What they don't tell you is that they've been doing online marketing and have had a circle of influence because of their online marketing that they've been doing for many years. Now that's transitioning now. You've got to build your email list. You've got to build your contact list, and you got to do social media, right? Where everything is transitioning. So coming back to my story is I just, if I set my bar to $2,000 a month, I just couldn't fathom that. So I got to $500 a month and I was like, okay, that wasn't too bad. How about if I get it to $5,000 a month? Because then I'm really providing a full-time income for my family. I'm really being a decent provider, right? And so I got it to $5,000 a month. And for those of you who are uber ambitious, there's always going to be a gap between where you want to go and what your true reality is, okay? So that's one thing you want to look at when keeping motivated to yourself. So I got it to $5,000 a month. And at that point, I really went full-time because $5,000 a month back in 97, 98 it's still a full-time income today, but it was starting to be really, really good money. When I got it to $5,000 a month, everything changed because the only thing that changed was me. I was like, why did I set my bar so low? Why did I set it at only $500 a month? Why did I set it at only $5,000 a month? And I picked up the phone after I got it to $5,000 a month, and I was actually working with my dad at the time. We were doing everything through his company called Telco Advertising. And I called up my dad and I said, Dad, this will be $1 million company by the end of this year. And he said, oh yeah, really? I said, yes, really. Okay. Now, what transitioned from going from $500 a month to $5,000 a month to $30,000 a month to $100,000 a month to become that $1 million company? Was one, yes, my belief level. Absolutely, Terry. That was a big part of it. The more you believe, the more consistent action you take. That was part of it. But the other part of it was I learned. And I learned about branding. I learned about being an influence. I learned about building my email list, okay? As of today, my personal email list is well over close to 1 million people on my list. Yes, I built that list over the years, but basically what I learned and what I did, which changed everything for me, Let me see. I just got to go and share my screen here, guys. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So what I learned and what changed everything was build me first, build my brand first, build a company second. Okay. And what really changed everything was building my own website. Okay. And all of my social media, if you go to my fan page, if you go to my personal page, if you go to my Instagram, if you go to my TikTok, every single one of my social medias comes to my website here. Okay. Where you generate leads. So again, my value proposition, I've made over $280 million online. It's actually over 300 million now, and that's not all profit, but anyway, nevertheless, join my coaching program for free. When you build your list, so in other words, people put in their information here, you get their cell phone number, you get their email address, that is your data forever. That is your brand, okay? Now, if you want to look at some common denominators here, guys, which is very, very true, okay? All the people, now this is new wave network marketing, okay? New wave network marketing. Now, lo and behold, 7-figure earners have their own website. They're building their own brand. Which is really, really important. If you look at other very popular people in network marketing, many of you have probably heard of Holton Bugs. Lo and behold, building his own brand, building his own website, building your brand creates what? Influence. Everything's going towards influencer marketing today, right? So some other names, let's go to Eric Worre. Everybody knows Eric Worre. Well, his personal domain name, Eric Worre, goes to his business website, Network Marketing Pro, right? Other people that you've probably been familiar with, and I just wrote down many, many people, Ray Higdon, another guy who's done very, very well in network marketing. Lo and behold, his own website, building his own brand. I think you guys get the point. It's so important that I actually built websites even for my children. Livetarian.com. Then we have one obviously for myself. Then I built one for my son as well to help build their own brands. JustinTarian.com. There's my son's website. We've built thousands of websites for people. And to be brutally honest with you guys, the top people, even in GotBackup, the top marketers have a very good brand online. And you start that brand by promoting yourself first. Okay? So here's what's going to happen. Okay? Listen up. Okay? We've built thousands of websites for our customers over the years. We charge usually $499 wholesale. Many of them will go out and sell the website for $1,000, have us build it for $499. They pocket $500. Okay? I cannot stress enough. Like I said, I'm just telling you guys the truth. The ones that are bringing in the most people into GotBackup have an established brand online. Anthony Morrison, Joshua Elder, Chris and Tammy, Tissa Godavatani, all of these people have websites. It's vitally important to brand yourself first. Why is that? Okay. You've seen this happen too, especially in network marketing in the past couple of years. Companies go out of business, but somehow some top leader in that company just takes his whole team because the company went out of business, nobody's fault, and hardly has a dip in his income because he takes his team, he takes his brand and moves them over to a new company. Okay. I want to, yes, do you guys understand that you really need to have a very strong online presence today to grow in international market? Is this making sense so far? Put a yes in the text chat if this is making sense to all you guys. Chris and Tammy say yes. Dorothy Hansen says yes. Okay. Again, I can't stress enough. What changed me from going to $5,000 a month to $100,000 a month was building me first. What do you think social media is? social, working with people, and behind every great company is great people. Good. You all agree. Here's my value proposition, okay? Is any of you starting today until September 15th or September 13th? Anyway, a full month, okay? We're doing a contest from now until September 13th or 15th. Don't quote me, it's in your members area. It's your typical contest, your cash contest, okay? Top 10 are going to make really good money. But any of you can benefit from this wholeheartedly. Any one of you who gets 5 yearly sales in the coming 30 days, okay? Now remember, a yearly is only $97 a year, $500. You go out there and you sign up 5 people for the year. If they become a reseller, $20 a month, or $20 a year extra. If you go out, and guys, I'm telling you, there's tons of people on Ghana here. They are signing up people for the year and not the month because they want committed people. And that's why Chris says too, we highly recommend you sign people up for the year. Most network marketing companies are over $100 a month. Our network marketing opportunity is $97 a year. If you sign up 5 people from now until September 13th, on my dime, every single one of you, it doesn't matter if it's 10 that qualify, 50 that qualify, 100 that qualify. My team will build you your own personal brand website absolutely free. You just have to register your domain name. Now, I personally like going under my own personal name, Joel Therrien, Justin's Therrien, all that kind of stuff. If you already have a website, we'll build a second one. Okay, Robert? Not a problem there. Or you can give it to a downline member if you want to. However, no, because this is very labor intensive. Okay, this is not like point, click, click, your website's built. You'll be working with my personal design team to build a personal brand website. Okay, let me come back and present again just for a second to show you guys again everything. Okay, so we're going to build you a website. And again, it's designed to generate you leads and build your brand. Okay, Justin Therrien. Then there's others. You know, like again, some that I didn't show, like Anthony Morrison here. It's vitally important so that people know, like, and trust you online. And the best way to do so is under your own domain. Anthony Morrison, Liv Therrien, Justin Therrien, Chris and Tammy, Holton Bugs, Eric Warre redirects his, RayHigdon.com. You guys get it. There's no coincidence that these people do really, really well because they have their own established website. I know a lot of you can build websites, or some of you can, some of you can't. The difficult part of that, guys, is making it very professional. So the next question is going to be, if I sell 10 people, do I get 2 websites? No, sorry, no, because this is going to be very, very labor intensive. Okay, so on top of that, this is how it's going to look. Let me share my screen again. One more sec, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the members area here. Ignore what this members area looks like. Just pretend it's the GotBackup logo here. But any of you that sign up 5 people for the year between now and September 13th, you're going to get a new tab in your GotBackup members area called your Authority Website Builder. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to register your domain. Now, for me, if joeltherrien.com wasn't available, I might get joeltherrien.me, whatever the case may be. But I highly recommend you register a domain name that's your personal name, because that's your brand, okay? Then we're going to set you up in a web host manager, okay? And then the third part, you're going to get access to the website builder. So we're going to build your website for you absolutely free. You're going to work with our team, and then you'll see there's multiple sites that I've built in here. We built Eve's site in here as well. And what's really cool is once we build your site inside the website builder called brandedsites.com, then you'll be able to come in here to your branded site and modify it. If you want to add, more things in here, you want to change some of the text, but the beautiful graphics and the logo and, the professional vibe, look and feel is what our team will design. Now, that said, we're putting a lot of effort into this. So how the process will work is if you qualify for a website, okay, then you're going to have a form to fill out. Yes, that form is going to take you about 20 to 30 minutes, maybe a bit longer, okay? And the reason we want you to fill that out, will guide you, is we don't know everything about you. You definitely want to have your about us on your website, okay, and so forth. So the more information you give us, the better your website's going to be, okay? And so you might even be able to showcase your own products or your own opportunities above and beyond GotBackup, okay? We hope you put a GotBackup button on your website, but you don't have to, okay? I'm here to help you. So again, if I go over to Facebook, you guys will see my Facebook is, shut down at the moment. I hope I get it back. I didn't do anything wrong, but you want to have these elements on your website, an about us page, your products page. If your product is just GotBackup, that's great. But you definitely want to have an about us. You want to have an ask Joel, a contact me form. And the most important thing, the ability to generate leads off of your website, because that's how the big boys do it. Okay. They build up their email list so that they can market to that list. And again, if their company that they're with goes out of business, they simply send an email to their database of downline members and bring them over to a new company. Now, that's never going to happen with GotBackup, but I'm just telling you why it seems like these top network marketers, no matter what company they're with, tend to do extremely, extremely well. Okay. So I think that explains it really, really well for you guys. If Tammy and Chris, you want to come back up and maybe give your perspective on this a little bit, if you're still there. Yes, you're still there.
Yes, of course.
So,
wow.
yeah, it's an amazing, amazing value, guys. And why? Because, like I said, there's no coincidence. Chris and Tammy have their own website. Holton Bugs has his own website. Eric Worre has his own website. Why? It's vitally important to build your brand. That's what, everybody's saying, oh, all these network marketing companies are dropping their network marketing and going to influencer marketing. Heck, do both, guys. Become the influencer. Mm-hmm. That's the key thing. That, I'm not the biggest influencer in the world. I know there's some people that have hundreds of millions of followers. I have between Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, roughly about 300,000. But that 300,000 was built because I have my own website, if that makes sense.
Totally.
Anything you guys want to add to that? Was it clear?
100%. 100%. In fact, Dorothy kind of said it right here. And that's exactly, she was kind of restating what you just shared, is build me first, build my company second. And this is exactly what it's all about. People will sign up with you because they like you, they know you, and they trust you. These are the main three reasons why people sign up. Of course, the product is an important aspect. There's no question there, because people don't want to sell snake oil. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot of people to choose to work with. And if they get to know you and you build a level of trust because of what they've learned from you, from the email that they received when they decided to connect with you through how they found you, this is how you're going to end up with a pool of leads coming in your way, asking you, what are you doing? I'd like to learn more. I'd like to get to know you more. And that's what it's all about. So Joel, what you're offering here, it's liquid gold. They go out there, they build their business, they create an income by doing that. They bring 5 people. And then they get a website. Do you know how much it costs to put a website together? It's
$1,000. Easy.
Exactly. This is what I mean. You keep giving. And this is such an incredible opportunity for anybody here. So Tammy, I'm going to turn this to a video. I don't know if you want to add anything to this, but that's exciting, folks. It's in line with digital services, and it's way more than a cloud storage. But over and above, folks, is all the tools around us to start promoting our business around the globe. And this is another added item.
Yeah, and you're not just benefiting from the branding. If you get your 5, that commit for a year, you also have those 5 that are new that are going to go out and do the same thing. Imagine how fast this branding and momentum can happen. My wheels are turning for all of you. And we'll talk about it also on Saturday to create more excitement around all of this.
True.
Yeah, there's a psychological reason as well, guys, why we're doing this. Okay, I know, because like I shared my story at the beginning, I was very reserved, very hesitant. It's like, what if I don't succeed? We all want certainty, right? That's why 95% of us have jobs. If we go to work, we know we're going to get paid an X amount of dollars. Entrepreneurship, or becoming an entrepreneur and going from a wantrepreneur to an entrepreneur, can be insanely scary because there is no certainty. You don't know. You might work your butt off. I mean, businesses go out of business every day, right? But I know this is what's going to happen for you. If you get 5, with absolute certainty, we're going to build you a really amazing website. So that's the certainty part of it. But what it's going to do, because that's what happened to me when I got to $500, it's like, okay, how do I get to 1,000? How do I get to 5,000? If you sign up 5 people annually, okay, for the annual plan, you know what that's going to do to your psychology? You're going to go, I can do this. Because statistically, 70% of people who join network marketing, guys, do absolutely nothing. If this lights a fire under 15% of you, we will explode, without a doubt. So now you've got certainty that you're going to get a value of $1,000, a really professional website, but it's going to do so much more for you because it's going to increase your confidence to go, heck, if I got 5 yearly, why can't I go get 5 more? And that's, Chris, you know, the idea came into my head when we had our webinar a few weeks ago, when we had Solomon on, one of Dr. Koa's downline. He just made a decision one day that I'm going diamond. And guys, once he made that decision, he went diamond within a couple of weeks, from just starting to diamond in a couple of weeks. And that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to say, heck, if I got 5 yearly, why can't I go get 5 more? Then you go get 5 more. You go, well, I got 10. Why can't I go get 5 more? It's going to radically increase your confidence. And that's the main reason I'm doing it, guys. I want to see those trepid, I was an introvert. I was a horrible introvert. I want to see you come out of your shell, get something of amazing value for just coming out of your shell. And then once you come out of your shell once, it's so much easier. It's just amazing. So any last words, guys? I'll give you the link again. There's the link in the members area. I'll post it here, guys. It's live right now. And we've never done anything like this. Okay.
Yeah. And I know that there's some questions here, folks. And I really recommend you go in your back office, just go ahead and select the cash contest. It's in here, which there is a cash contest, by the way, with that, which is really awesome. And you can check this out here, but there's a great video here that will actually explain the details that Joel was talking about. So this is really, really cool. So again, it's just a little bit of reflection here. So everything is in your back office here, guys. And if you have any other questions, you don't have to wait for an answer. The answers are there. The gates are open. Just start running. It's just as simple as that. So Joel, thanks a lot, man. Really, really appreciate this wonderful offer. Again, it's another added tool, another added incentive to build our business and help us grow into slower months of the year to lead us into one of the fastest and bigger months of the year, which is September, October, November, December.
And I would say, don't wait on this, guys. If this really lights a fire for you, get on it now, because let's face it, it's not in perpetuity. Like, we can't, if all of a sudden 500 people qualify, we can't build 500 websites, right? We'll probably have to cut it off at 50 to 75 the first time around. So get on it now, guys. Don't go, I'll wait till the second last week of September and try to sign up 5 people, because all I'm saying, guys, we might be able to run it all month long, but if we get to like 100 people qualifying, I'm going to have to say, hey, guys, I'm sorry, I have to cut it for now, because we don't want to take 2 years to build all those websites for people. Because it is labor intensive. So get on it now, take action now, guys. I look forward to building you a website and helping you build your own personal brand. So Chris and Tammy, thank you so much. You guys always do an amazing job. super excited to see you guys this weekend.
Mhm.
And guys, thanks for sticking us out with us for the whole hour here. Go check out the link in the members area, and we'll see you on Saturday's webinar.
Wonderful. Have a great rest of your evening, and bye for now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.